We're now hearing from one of the alternate jurors who sat through the entire Derek Chauvin murder trial. She's giving us a glimpse into what the jury may have been thinking during deliberations. Lisa Christensen says she would have also voted guilty. She still has the notes that she took during the trial, says Chauvin appeared to be the leader, and other officers followed him during the arrest of George Floyd. For her, the most important witness on the stand was Dr. Martin Tobin. Remember him? One of the nation's leading lung experts who described in detail how George Floyd was being starved of oxygen and pointed out the moment he died on the cell phone video of his arrest. And there was another defining moment for her, too.
What stood out for me is that video. They took a still photo of it, of him on Mr. Floyd's neck with his hand in his pocket. And I felt like the message I was getting from that photo was like, I'm here to do my job and nobody's going to tell me how to do it.
It is extremely rare for a police officer to be convicted of murder, not just in Minnesota, but in the nation as a whole. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez talked to cops in different parts of the country to get their reaction to the verdict.
Before Derek Chauvin was taken away in handcuffs, prosecutors stressed their case was about one police officer.
This is not an anti-police prosecution. It's a pro-police prosecution.
But outside the courtroom, the stakes seem much higher.
Chauvin is in the courtroom, but America is on trial on how it will deal with police accountability.
During Chauvin's trial, a rare sight. Cop after cop after cop testifying against one of their own.
It's just uncalled for.
Including the Minneapolis police chief who'd fired Chauvin.
And it is certainly not part of our ethics or our values.
Was the American policing system on trial here?
I believe it was.
Officer Jeremy Bohannon has been a cop in Austin, Texas for more than a decade.
So seeing that guilty verdict really just a sigh of relief, because everybody felt the same way. And there's a lot of officers in this country that also feel the same way.
In New Jersey, Gabe Rodriguez once worked for Camden City Police Department, which disbanded in 2013.
I think he really steamed all the officers that are out there on a daily basis.
He's now the chief of the Camden County Force that replaced it.
What do you think this trial signified for police departments across the country?
Well, it sends a strong message. You're not above the law, and you will be held accountable like anyone else in that situation, regardless if you wear a badge or not.
Is the blue wall of silence real?
You know, when I first became a police officer, I believe it was real. And I believe that wall is starting to be broken down in different agencies.
Some departments have been trying to break it for years. In New Orleans, a city reeling from a painful history of police killings, officers started a program, Ethical Policing is Courageous, or EPIC. It uses peer pressure to stop misconduct.
We train our police officers to become active bystanders. So if they see a fellow police officer about to make a mistake, about to lose their cool, about to do something stupid, or about to actually commit some form of misconduct, they step up, they say something.
The historic verdict in Minneapolis, now renewing calls for change nationwide. For the news, I'm Gabe Gutierrez.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.